As I'm concerned, is the Constitution of Kenya. Because under the constitutions of Kenya, you can imagine Ruto being president under a different constitution from the one that we have. We would be talking about other stories. So the first hope that we have is the constitution. The second issue, and this is a challenge to everybody, the worst sector that has particularly let down Kenyans is Parliament. When Honorable Gakuya talks about state capture today manifests itself predominantly in the fact that the president of Kenya is no longer politically accountable as required by the constitutions of Kenya, because the chief instrument to ensure that accountability is the National Assembly. The Senate does not have direct burden, but they do try significantly more. Yeah, but they try, at least from the point of view collectively. You even hear there are people of intelligence speaking at the Senate and showing outrage. But at the National Assembly, even when this matter of DIG went there, you could hear people trivializing the issue and saying is Gashagua's people probably killing Albert to make Ruto look bad. But the other issue, when I talk about vigilance, that's an important point. It means the Law Society of Kenya, lawyers like myself, lawyers like Omari, and who would be directly involved in this matter, and the judges themselves, that they will be the last line of defense for the people of Kenya. So far, the Kenyan courts, and I applaud them, have actually tried. Remember, people like Bob Njagi and others were actually going to be killed. They were held by the state for 2-3 months. There were some people, the unfortunate thing from the Mlolongo, they were killed probably before the courts could do something about it. And as Gakuya says, Albert, had he been arrested along the roads of Homa Bay, he could have been killed and we would not be here today discussing this matter. But there are two other issues that I need to mention. IPOA. IPOA, just like the High Court judgment confirmed the other day, are the people supposed to investigate the police. Remember, IPOA has not given its report. So the first challenge is to IPOA. Hassan Isaac and others, if they are watching this today, they have a big challenge. What's the big challenge? As an investigator, your work is to ensure that you do a report. All crimes that have been committed, you indicate these crimes have been committed, not just murder. Because remember, there is clear abuse of power by the DCI boss Amin and Lagat in sending people because Lagat has been defamed. Defamation is a civil offense in Kenya. Defamation is not a crime that you can go the special crimes prevention units run by Amin to send its Subarus to Homa Bay to go and arrest people whom you take in police stations that are run by Lagat and where there are no complaints pending there of a criminal nature. Because defamation is not criminal. So that's abuse of power before you get anywhere else. Then you go to the other police officers and to other people. There are many criminal offenses, including even by the IG himself, covering up. Remember in Nixon, one of the problems that got them into a lot of trouble is that after crimes were committed, the president and his assistants started to cover up for an offense. Covering up for offenses is what is called obstruction of justice. Obstructions of justice, the IG himself is responsible for that. DIG, Amin, and the Minister for Security, that is Murkomen, because this is what has been going on. So a number of offenses have been committed. We wait to see what will happen by IPOA. The second important person, three actually, there is the DPP. The DPP and Article 157 of the Constitutions must ensure we get to the root of this matter after receiving the report of IPOA. Then we have the Attorney General, the defender of public interest. The Attorney General has not even spoken a single word. there is public interest, and the Attorney General is supposed to be the custodian of public interest to ensure that the Kenyans' cry for justice is heard. So that when you say that today, Kenyans are seemingly hopeless, serious crimes under international law and Kenyan law have been committed, and nothing has happened. The ire, the disgust that we must express must be to the Attorney General. Why is this happening? At least Muturi, when he was not Attorney General, has said these were crimes, and he had taken that position, that these crimes must be addressed. We would like to know from the current Attorney General, what is your positions about the fact that we have had so many disappearances, we have had so many excuses, disappearances and executions in mysterious circumstances? What have you advised the President, as it is your constitutional duty? And what have you done as the custodian of public interest and the head of the Justice Department? Because we have a Justice Department under the Attorney General. So there are people that we must also insist, you cannot keep your job in these circumstances. Because even the CJ, and she has tried a little bit, when a lot of executions have been going on, at least the judiciary has been issuing statements and saying, this is unacceptable. Have you heard the Attorney General saying, this is unacceptable? Enablers of injustice, something must be done to them. Okay. And in this particular case, it is DPP, IPOA, and Attorney General. Before we go very far, we must see what these three state officials will do about this matter.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can send us your comments about the kind of discussions we're having. We'll be beaming the WhatsApp number on the screen very shortly, so that you can also let us know what you think about this. Because it is a big discussion. Yes, I want us to finish this so that we can talk some politics.
That is also my wish. But my big question is, what are we